Hello, welcome to another video, and I'm out driving. As you can see, I'm in my van, in my bus, and I thought I'd do a little video, something slightly different, all right, a lot different. I'm going to do a Q&A, a question and answers. Now, I don't get many questions and answers, not like some of the big greats, you know, where they want to know all sorts of things, but I've got a few questions, and the first one's from Mr. Darren Morehouse. And Darren asked me, what's my favourite picture I took or I've taken in the Lake District? Now, if you know me, if you follow me, if you've been watching me for a while, you'd realise that I really struggle to pick good images, my favourite images, or my favourite places, or this and everything. It's something I struggle with because I've been to so many, I've taken so many, that to pinpoint one or two images or one or two places is quite difficult for me. So I've looked at it in a slightly different way, to something that's more memorable as well as, you know, sort of favourite image. One of my favourite images is taken at Derwent Water, or two or three images were taken at Derwent Water on the same evening, and had this really overcast evening with some thick, moody looking clouds in the sky, and it was just a really nice, subdued, dark, atmospheric sort of light. And I got a picture from the top end of Derwent Water, Keswick End, looking down to the small island that's in there, and it just looks really nice. The greens are so deep, dark and rich, and the clouds are really moody. I really quite like that image. Another one that springs to mind is my image that I used in my 2021 calendar, I think it was, of Buttermere. And I took a picture of the lone tree, and it's memorable because we got a magical sky. The sky was absolutely phenomenal. Had these beautiful waves of reds and oranges, and you know, it was a really memorable morning. There was another vlogger there, and my camera was inches away from his camera, you know, all agreed on at the time. And so it was quite a moment, and it was in my calendar, of course. And talking to calendars, I've still got 2023 calendars due out anytime now. I'm going to start posting them, so if you're interested, Paul Compton PDphotography /store. Go on the website, or just message me direct through Facebook, Instagram, or Vero, whatever it is. There's loads of them, isn't there? Yeah, message me for any of them, and get yourself down for a calendar for next year. Quite proud of those. We've got another one from Ryder Water in the fog. Again, that morning in the Lake District was amazing. I had a load of people from the LVA group, the Facebook group, Landscape Vlogtography Adventures, and we got a morning of gorgeous fog. And again, it's one of those mornings that you just absolutely, you know, buzz over. And you know, that's it. They're memorable images for those kind of reasons. We've also got Cathedral Cavern and stuff like that, which of course I love those sort of things. So yeah, a bit hard to pick one favourite image, but that's what I got from the Lake District. So the next question is from Jeff Moore, and Jeff Moore asks, what's my driver motivation to keep me going out and taking photographs? Simple one, that is really easy. You and you. Every single time it's you, because I'm not one for just going out and taking a picture anymore. I like to take a picture for a reason. I used to be in camera clubs, so I was taking pictures for the judge, which I didn't enjoy because it was for somebody else. But now I take them for me to show you. So I take what I want to take, how I want to take it, I process it how I want to process it, and I do my videos, which I thoroughly enjoy doing, talking to myself when I'm out and about, and I'm doing it for you. I'm talking to you, I'm showing you what I do, how I do it, where I do it, and you know, what I get out of it. So yeah, that's pretty much my driver motivation is you guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe, give us that thumbs up, and it all means a lot to me, it really does. So our next conversation, or our next question, is from Steve Staines. Steve Staines Photography, Stainy Pants if you've seen him on my videos. Cracking bloke, really nice and friendly, and he's got a couple of questions for me. And he says, what is my favourite YouTube that I've done so far, with my favourite 5 photographs, and why? My favourite YouTube, that's quite a difficult one. Again, I've done lots of videos that's got lots of memories. Last weekend I was out up on Dale Head, and I had rolling clouds coming in and going out, and that's a really current time. The video hasn't even come out yet, I haven't even put it together. but that for me resonates because it was an amazing evening. If you've seen a video of me jumping around up and down, you know, they're the ones that resonate with me. They're the ones that I've got excited about, and remembering them is hard because I've done so many. One of my favourites was my first video I ever did, way back when I picked my iPhone up and I talked to my iPhone, and I got a good response, good feedback, and it was an absolute buzz and a pleasure to actually make. So yeah, that consequently, that's one of my favourites because it's my first ever one. I enjoyed the video I made when I went out with Nick Livesey and he took me up Mol Shabod, and it was more like mountain climbing than it was photography, but again, it's memorable. I remember it, you know. So there's so many. The walk around Kerrang in Scotland when I was with all the guys, I was even with Steve then at the time, you know, so it was windy and blustery. I think they're my most memorable ones, when they're windy and blustery and really exciting. I was out with Owen once. We went to the Sea Stacks in North Wales, and it was so windy. It was like stormy days, and we were being pelted by hailstones. We were screaming with laughter in so much pain, but it was so much fun. So that is another totally memorable video and one of my favorites. So yeah, hopefully that gives you an idea what my favorite videos are. Right, my sat nav's telling me to go across the roundabout, so better concentrate on the road while we're making our way across. So we've got another question from Paul Slater. Paul asks, am I thinking about swapping cameras? And if so, what to? Thomas Heaton's just cut down weight for his camera. So yes, I'm always thinking about swapping cameras. I would like to own the Fuji GFX cameras, the medium format. That's what I would love to own and use, but they're too heavy, they're too expensive, you can't get the lenses, so in general I will never be getting one. I'd like to go back to full frame, but in a smaller body, because you do get more dynamic range, you get better contrast colours and detail, so I'd like to go full frame, but again I don't want to go to a bigger body, and I don't really want all the added expense. So it would have been either Fuji, it would have been either Sony, or maybe even Nikon. I know I said that word, I said Nikon, but I'd go to Nikon, one of these Z7s, Z7 II or Z7 IV, whatever the new one is, something like that, because they're so good. They really are. Even the Canon, you know, the Canon EOS R, whatever it is, that, you know, the digital one, you know, they're really good. But I do love my Fuji. I've been very tempted over the last week to go for the new Fuji X-H2. I've looked into that a lot, and I've looked at all the reviews and stuff like that, and it's a fantastic camera, 40 megapixels, still a crop sensor, but it's a really nice camera. But what I don't want is, I don't want to go back to all those push button digital display push buttons. I like my analog things on the top. I never thought I would, but my X-T4 is fantastic. I love using it. I really do enjoy using that camera. It's not that if it was better, it'd be better, but I just enjoy that camera. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that Fuji will bring out maybe an X-T5, which has got those analog buttons on the top that I've grown very fond of. So if they bring out an X-T5 with a better sensor and all that, I'll get one straight away. I really will. We've got another one from Paul Slater, and he asks, what is my favourite landscape photography YouTuber that's on YouTube? Oh, that's a hard one, isn't it? That's a hard one. How can you pick a person off of YouTube that you really do like? Oh, that's quite difficult. So I think really it'd have to be Gavin Hardcastle. First and foremost, without thinking, Gavin Hardcastle, photo tripper. Now he probably doesn't know me. He probably doesn't know really who I am, or probably never watched my videos. But for me, entertainment value every time. And Amanda's brilliant. They work well together as a team. It's just funny. He's an amazing photographer, a brilliant photographer, a clever editor. Takes some good risks, which I like, but his humour, his sense of humour, and the fun factor he puts into his videos I love it, really do. So yeah, first and foremost him. There is another guy that I've got quite fond of his photography side, and that's Black Crag. I've watched a few of his videos. I'd like to meet up with him and go for a walk. He's a lot more energetic than I am, but his photography work is really nice. So yeah, Black Crag, he's quite hard up there at the moment. I'll see to watch a lot of his stuff. There's so many photographers, there really is, but it's hard to find a favourite. But I'm going to have to say Gavin Hardcastle, just as a fun factor, I think. One other one is Mads Peter Iverson. I like his imagery, I like his work he does, I like his style. He's a very good vlogger as well. So Mads, again, I think it's because he goes to some good locations. Another one that I'm quite fond of. But there's many I like. Mr. Heaton, I watch him because of, he's in Britain a lot of the time, so it's nice to watch him. Mr. Baxter, I've just been to meet Mr. Heaton, Thomas and Simon Baxter. I've been to their meetup and just spent the day with them. Absolutely fantastic, really nice to get to know them more as people than TV stars, if you like, screen stars. And they're both very nice, genuine people, and Simon takes some amazing work in the woodland, in the forest, that most of us can only dream of taking. So yeah, again, put them in the favourites as well, I think. Oh, and again, Nick Page. Love Nick Page. Nick Page takes some amazing storm photographs. So again, I really do like his big beefy style and the way he is, and the images he takes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say him as well. So yeah. So our next question is from Tez Bromley. Tez come out and did a workshop with me. Hopefully, Tez, you'll be out again. Let me do some more with you. I'd like to show you the ropes a bit more if we can. So yeah, that'd be good. But Tez says, why landscape photography? He knows I've come from a camera club background, 12 or 14 years in camera clubs, and I've done all sorts of photography. I've shot for the MSV, so I've done motorsports division, superbikes, rally cars, truck racing. I've done all that sort of racing stuff and sports. I've done equestrian, ice hockey. I've done all that sort of thing. I've done portraiture, street photography. I've done weddings. I still do the odd wedding and two. I've done like the Whitby Goth, the dressing up things where people get dressed. I've done all sorts of photography, not a lot of wildlife, a little bit. I've done a bit of lighting work. So why landscape photography? Basically, because I'm here now. I'm out, I'm driving my van around, I'm going to locations, I'm on my way to the Humber Bridge, in all fairness. It's not really landscape, but I've just got this draw to it today, and I want to go to the Humber Bridge and get a sunset and then a sunrise, and hopefully get a bit of mist in the morning, but I think we're a bit hopeful for that. So yeah, landscape is purely because it gets me out, gets me in the country, and it's where I like to be. I like to be out and about, in the fresh air, open spaces, and just having adventures. I enjoy them with other people more than on my own, but I like to have those adventures and being out and about. So pretty much that's why it's landscape photography. Our next question is from Jane Rantzner, I think that is, and she asks, if I was to have hold an exhibition, where in the world would I like it to be? New York. I don't know. I don't know. Me, an exhibition. I would love to do an exhibition. Love to do one. And I suppose anywhere would be nice. But New York, I suppose, just because it's New York. All right, got you. Straight across the roundabout, she's telling me. So yeah, I think New York. If I could do one anywhere, let's just say New York. It's one of those questions I don't know. I've not been to many places. I've never been to New York, but I just feel that sounds like the right place to have an exhibition. I don't know really. So yeah, hopefully that one answers that question. Okay, I got another question from Paul Slater. This is in no particular order. I just grabbed a few off the website, and I suppose they're just easy for me to pick off. Wow, look at all these bikes coming down here. Woo! It's obviously a rally or something on today. Paul wants to know, other than my camera, what is my favourite bit of kit that I can't do without? Difficult. I can do without all of the other bits, without the camera, apart from the camera, really. But I like to take my tripod, even though I've been shooting quite a bit handheld. The tripod does slow me down and helps me concentrate on taking less and making it better. So the tripod is quite an important part, even though I've been doing a lot of handheld, sort of lately. My drone, I couldn't be about my drone, because when I use it, I enjoy what it shows me, but I don't use it very often. So again, it's not the end of the world if I haven't got it, but it's quite an important piece to have with me. I normally take it everywhere, even if I don't use it. Filters are important. I suppose one of the pieces of kit that you shouldn't be without, not that I couldn't do without, but what you shouldn't do without, is a little set of Allen keys. Like your little toolkit or your spanner kit, or whatever it is you've got in your bag or should have in your bag that helps you do up your tripod bits or your cold shoe plate or whatever it is, your tripod plate. So you should always have that little kit with you. So that's probably something I shouldn't do without. Not couldn't, but shouldn't do without. And that is always in my bag, along with loads of other things. A blower, lens cloths. Don't ever go out without a lens cloth. There are things you shouldn't be without rather than couldn't be without, I think. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. So there's my questions. Very simple, nice and easy. Just wanted to answer a few questions that I got. Like I said, I don't get many questions. People don't tend to ask me many questions, but I'm going to do this again somewhere around Christmas time, I think. We'll do a question and answers over Christmas, maybe. Ask me or Mrs. C, Denise, the wife. You can ask anything you like, camera related, photography related, or personal. If I can't answer it personally, I'll message you if you want. It can be about my clothing, my gear, my bags, people I love to hate, photographers I think are rubbish. You ask me anything, I don't care. I will answer any questions you want, whether it's about my van, what I do, how I do it. I loved the challenge that you give me to make me think about what my answers are, because you just become instinctive and it's quite good to question yourself. I will be doing a what's in my bag again, because we haven't done one for a few years, so I'm going to do a what's in my bag. So if it's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely put one together for you. I'm also going to do a what I took to the Faroe Islands. Now I've got a trip to the Faroe Islands in 2023, it's now fully booked, so very much looking forward to that in September next year. If you're interested in going to the Faroe Islands and you want to keep the cost down, and it's a photography holiday more than a workshop, but I'm on tap, I'm on hand if you want to ask me any questions. If you want to go in 2024, it's going to either be March or September 2024, and there'll be places for about 6 people. I've already got a short list of 4 names that I'll give first refusal to, but if you're interested, drop me a line, Paul Compton, PDphotography, and just go on there and drop us a comment, leave us a message through there, through the website, and I'll get back to you. So yeah, let me know if you're interested. The quicker you give me a name, the quicker I can get it booked up. What else can I say? Done. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got something out of it, and I look forward to speaking to you again somewhere around Christmas time. And yeah, ciao for now. See you soon. And I suppose I better concentrate on the road. We've got another 18 miles to go before we get to my destination, so it must be time for a cup of coffee. Bye bye. See you soon.